Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, and welcome to another edited down stream video. Yes, this is the edited down version of my AtomFall Wicked Isles playthrough. We went through the entire DLC for the Wicked Isles on AtomFall, and honestly, it was a great experience to play through, and this is the edited down version, so not everything I did is going to be within this. This is 9 hours of content edited down to like 2 hours, I think, in total. So hopefully you do enjoy, and yeah, enjoy the Wicked Isles playthrough. But yeah, so you go over to here and go to the lovely man on the dock over there to start it. I did find out how to start it. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. So this is going to be fun to see. And I think it's over there. Oi, oi, mate. And who might you be? Bill Anderson.
Look, I've not much time, and you're the sort I need. If you're after passage to the Isle, I can take you over there right now. But you have to promise you'll help once we get there.
What makes you think I can help? Suspicious. I'm sorry, do we know each other? And the Isles, what are you talking about? I'm a bit suspicious.
No, friend. But that doesn't mean we can't help each other out now, does it?
It's true.
In a bit of a flap, getting ahead of myself. Suppose an explanation's in order. The name's Bill. Bill Anderson. I'm just about the only bloke round here who knows these waters well enough to get you over to Midsummer Isle. There's something I need on that island.
Okay.
I reckon if you come with, you might be able to help me find it. Don't fret.
That's right.
It'll be worth your while. There's plenty more to find on the island, if you know where to look.
Okay. What exactly do you need help finding? Why would I want to go to Midsummer Isles? Can't you find anyone else to go with you? Helpful. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Prying. What would I want? Why would I want to go? Or what exactly do you need help finding? I want to know
Something
what
I
you
left
help.
and need back. That's all. I'd say more, but well, it's personal. Look, I'll tell you more when we reach the Isle, but we need to get moving before tides shift.
Accepting, unsure. I'm not sure about this. Alright, let's go to the... I'm unsure.
Please, just do an old man this favor, eh? You're the only one that can help me. What I'm looking for. It's important. You have to understand. This means more to me than you can know.
Alright, let's go.
Thank God. Knew you'd see sense. I'll make ready to cast off.
Okay, to the Wicked Isle we go. Midsummer Isles.
Here we are. Midsummer Isle. This here's the old fishing village. Been abandoned since the disaster. And up there on the hill are the ruins of the old abbey.
Okay.
Quite the sight, isn't it?
Okay.
You know, might sound strange, but it's good to be back. Here, before I forget, take this chart. Waters round here are dangerous, but this shows the safe routes back to Wyndham. You can use my boat, travel back and forth to the mainland as often as you like. I'm heading inland. Once I've gathered a few of my things, I've made camp in an old cellar nearby. I'll wait there for you. Come and meet me and we'll get to business. Here, give me a map and I'll mark the location of my camp.
Okay. There was an old abbey here. You're not coming back to Wyndham with me. You said this village was abandoned. Where did everyone go? I'm curious.
Moved on, somewhere else. Don't know out more than that. I was on mainland when Atom Plant went pop.
Okay. And did they find a way out of the zone? A whole village disappeared and you don't know where to go. Where to? They might just all be dead. I wanna know.
Don't be daft.
No.
There's no one's left this place since those walls went up. Fool's errand to try. The people who lived here, they're not worth looking for, is all. Look, if you're really interested in digging around out here, those abbey ruins would likely be the best place to start. Here, I'll mark them on your map for you. Just keep your wits about you. Don't dig too deep, neither. Some of the stories about this place, the things they say about the old monks that lived here, but that's quite enough from me. No reason to let an old man's tales trouble you. Farewell, friend. Don't you forget our agreement. Meet me at that cellar, aye?
I will. This feels like it could give us more answers to what's going on with all the zombies and the Earth stuff. Like Mother Django's story, because of her story kind of gave us a bit of knowledge into that, but this feels like it can give us further, because obviously we do know... I finished the main game, obviously, so I do know where things go in the end, and we find the meteorite and everything, but I want to see, maybe this will give us more insight into actually how it all went down. Like, why everybody was starting to turn into zombies, why the Earth is so special here, outside of the meteorite. It's something interesting and extra that it could go on to. Abandoned village. Oh, and there's a telephone box. That's probably going to ring when we go over there. Hello, voice. Oh, give me a second. Just let me break this. There we go.
Welcome to Midsummer Island.
Uh-huh.
Nice, isn't it? It isn't really. It's perfectly horrid. Pretty, but horrid.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of history, if that's your bag. Chaps in habits, things discovered, things hidden. Enjoy your visit. Try not to die.
So the voice just doesn't really care? What the hell are you? Alright then. Lime kilns. Okay. Another boat.
Let's be sensible, eh?
Yeah, just
Nobody wants trouble.
don't mess with me.
Best keep a lookout, just in
Some
case.
bugger playing hide and seek with me. Come on then, time to sort this out.
Christ on a bike!
Listen, if you want to go, you want to go. I'm gonna take you out. Oh, it's a fish guy. I'll let him come to me. Take your ammo, take the chemicals. Was that them talking to us? What are they talking about, Angel's Harmony? Hello there. Little gnome. Gotcha. The little gnomes are kind of like the gargoyles from Fable, which is cool. You need to find most of them and just break them. You know, inside this place like this, like from the main game, I would think there's like a note with a little bit of history on it, but there's none. Absolutely nothing. Wait, is this where we needed to find it? Oh, it is! We're here! Why is he in druid space?
I hear your sweet voice, my love.
Yeah?
Look, this stuff ain't right. It ain't the right stuff. We'll speak again soon enough. Need never be parted again.
His eyes were blue. He's a druid.
Stranger! Oh, I didn't hear you come in. Still in one piece, then?
Yes.
That's good to see.
What are all these bottles? Who were you talking to before I entered? Patient, why did you want me to meet you here?
Oh, that was nothing. Just musing to myself. Now for you to worry about. Spend as much time as I have alone out on the water, and I reckon you'd soon be talking to yourself too. Listen, we should get to business. I need your help finding something. That's why we're here. This island, it's got an old history of mead making. They've been making mead on this island for as long as anyone can remember. Long before that atom plant were built. 350 years ago, or thereabouts, the monks up in that abbey started brewing the stuff. Became well known for it. That mead was special. Precious stuff. There's odd folk in them ruins now. Been there since the disaster, calling themselves druids and praying to the land. These druids, you see, they've been trying to brew up the mead again. But something about it's not right.
What was so special about the monks' mead? Why do the druids care so much about recreating an old mead? Why are you so interested in making mead making?
Hard to say. Monks wrote that it connected them to something older. Something that came long before us. We used to think it was all just an old ghost story. But since the disaster, since I lost, well, let's just say there might be more truth to it all than most folk reckoned. That's why I need your help. I need to see for myself if it's true. Point is, there's something wrong with the recipe the druids are using. We used to drink the real stuff back in the day, and whatever the druids are brewing, well, it's missing something. The monk's mead was like nothing else. It put you in touch with what's come before. Made it feel like the past were now somehow. The monks added something to their mead. Something special and secret. Something the druids don't have, or haven't found. Whatever the missing ingredient is, I need to find it.
You built me all this way just to find you a drink. Why do you want this ingredient so badly? Questioning, do you have any clues of where this ingredient might be? I want to know.
That's none of your business. The deal was I bring you to the island, and you give me a hand with a job. That's it. You don't need to know my life story for that.
I'm not doing anything for you until you tell me why you really want it. Since that's easy now, you seem troubled and I only want to help. Whatever you know might help me find this ingredient.
If it would help, I'd tell you. It's got naught to do with whether I trust you or not. The Abbey had a brewery, not far from here. In ruins now, of course, but the druids are always nearby, so I've never had a chance to get a proper look inside. But the secret to making the monk's mead will be in there, hidden away. I'm sure of it. Please, if you could find a way in there, might be we could get our hands on that ingredient, whatever it is, before the druids find it.
Alright, I'll get you this ingredient from the brewery. What's in it for me? Suspicious. I don't know about this. You're acting strange.
Strange? I'm desperate, can't you see that? Please, I'm... All right, I'll give you the truth, but I'm not mad, do you hear? I lost someone. Edith, my wife. She passed not long ago. She was the one bright light in this place. And I'll tell you, each day that passes without her is harder than the one before. But ever since that atom plant went up in flames, I've been hearing a voice on the wind calling to me.
It's the meteor.
Coming from this island. Sometimes, when I'm out here alone, I swear I can hear her singing. Clear as day. They say the Isle's connection to the past is strong here. Like it were the here and now. By Edith. I'd give anything to be able to talk to her again. Even if it were just once. The monk's special ingredient, what they put in their mead. That's my way to reach her. I've never been so sure about in all my years. I must have it. Please. Here, take this flask. My wife, she gave it to me. I'll mark the old brewery ruins on your map, please. Help me find whatever the monks hid over there. Even a drop of whatever their secret ingredient were might do the trick.
He's just a sad man trying to find his wife again. I mean, I feel for him. I genuinely do. It's, well, it's hard. It's over there. Yeah, it's on the other side of this wall. What's that? What's that glowing thing I just saw? Why are you glowing? Why can you control the bees? Yo, why can you control the bees? Are you a goddamn beekeeper? It's like the freaking hazmat suit guys. Bro, how are you not dead? Well, we got him. Beekeeper Club. So he's literally a beekeeper. Well, that hay bush has just gone to crap. Druid manuscript, the bee. Okay. A manuscript created by the Druid of Midsummer Abbey, which appears to imitate an old medieval style. The illustration features a druid beside a beehive and a barrel of mead. Okay. Virtue is in the land, and as we take from the land, so virtue comes unto us. Consider the bee industrious and diligent, and how it gathers nectar and pollen for the hive, without dissent or selfishness. By its industry, it gives us the boon of its honey, and the honey makes us our blessed mead, and so we are joined with the land. Well, that's part of making the mead. That's standard. Mead's made with honey, right? Alright, let's check the brewery cellar then.
First time in my life I know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. But it don't matter.
Well, we got them both. Here's the mead. I'm not seeing speedo. There's a deeper cave. There must be something I'm missing, right? Cloth string. Maybe they have something on them? I didn't check both of them, did I? Did. Nothing in the crate. Cloth. What's this? Carved stone. A message carved on a stone found in an old section of the brewery. The angel's essence lies within. The key belongs to the orchard's earth. Okay. So we need to find the orchard's earth, and that is what we need. That's the ingredient that we're missing. So where would the orchard's earth be? So that's the infested forest. So the orchard's earth might be in the Abbey ruins? Abbey ruins.
We cannot feel out your intent.
Can you not? There you go. Intense enough for you? Of course they've got one of their own hanging up. And Druid Manuscript of the Angel. Alright, let's see what this one has. A manuscript created by the Druids of Midsummer Abbey, which appear to imitate the old medieval style. The illustration features a four-pointed star resting on the earth and burning with a blue flame. And so it came to pass that the one true God, whose voice is in all things, sent his emissary to earth in the form of an angel. And the angel fell to the earth and was embedded. You ruined my sermon. Let's once again read. And so it came to pass that the one true God, whose voice is in all things, sent his emissary to earth in the form of an angel. And the angel fell to earth and was embraced by the soil of the earth. And there the angel slumbered, and his dreams were of the divine, and they touched the thoughts of men and wove into them. And the thoughts of the men thereby became divine too, and the mission of the angel was established here on earth, as it was willed by the hand of God. Okay. I'm starting to think this angel is Oberon or a part of Oberon, because that makes the most sense. The meteor might have split as it was crashing down, and that's what's going on here. At least that could be what's going on. Might not be, but we won't know until we get there. And that would make sense, to be honest. Scripturous ruins. Okay. So it seems this angel wants us to drink the liquid. I mean, it shouldn't affect us because of the doctor's serum vaccination, but that's worrying. So we found the abbot's house, we've done the scriptured ruins. But there's still no orchard. I mean, the orchard could be in the harvesting cave. You know what, let's go back to Bill. See if maybe he's got some answers.
That ingredient is in the brewery, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Please, find some and bring it back for me.
Okay, so he doesn't have anything for us. I mean, we could go check out the... Yeah. It's not really... The orchard could be the underground place, I guess. Could be the harvesting cave. It's the only place I can think of as an orchard, right? Maybe we'll find some stuff in here. Who knows? Alright, let's go read this gospel. Druid manuscript, Gospel of the Soil. A manuscript created by the Druids of Midsummer Abbey, which appears to imitate an old medieval style. The illustration features some kind of energy emerging from a crack in the earth, besides which a druid kneels in worship. Hearken to the words of the solitary man, as empty of meaning as the bleating of the sheep. The mark of the solitary man is dissent, and dissent is anathema. Therefore none must be solitary. All must be together as the one true God intended and directs. Strength and harmony lie in perfect unity between man and the land, as is given in the gospel of the soil. Okay then. Interesting. Oh. That it though? Did see an exit over there. Where's this lead? Are we under the monastery? I need a torch. It's another crypt. We are the Lake Bandits. Oi, maskers! That old jar was pretty, so we took it. Dunno why you mad bastards would pickle an old head like that. It's right weird. We are the Lake Bandits, and don't you forget this. Isles is our turf, too. Tack one of ours, and we take from you. Come find us in the Boffin Fort, up north. if you think you're brave. There's a severed head. Okay. But no key. That doesn't help me, does it? And it is. Let's see what the phone's got to say.
A tragic tale, the boatman's looking for something that isn't there to be found. Love is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah?
It's a sort of madness, except with hearts and flowers instead of a straight ticket.
I mean, to some people, love can be madness, yeah. No troublemakers here. Oh, I guess I'm trouble. I don't see anyone though. Bit of whiskey. Take that. Don't see anyone. Trading place under protection of Gene Hammer. Truce here, keep your fights outside. Okay, so it looks like we found a trader. And a gnome. Get the gnome. Gotcha, you little bugger. Radio's not really making any music. That's kind of sad. Well, let's go see what you've got for trade.
Oh, hello. What are you then? Friend, I hope. Don't fret. We won't start anything unless you do. And you wouldn't like that, believe you me. So what's your P's and Q's?
Okay.
Anyone's welcome. Unless you're wearing a mask made out of sticks or you're one of them fishy bastards. Well,
That makes sense.
if you've got any questions, spit 'em out.
This is the first interaction we have had with any bandits in this game. I am shocked that we are actually getting to talk to them. Because on the mainland, they were just enemies. They were just like basic enemies. You didn't talk to them. They had story, but you didn't communicate with them. So, this... interesting. Curious, what is this place? Who are you lot? I don't want any trouble. Your people tried to kill me outside. Nah,
Of course they did. It's every bugger for themselves out there. Folks outside like a scrap. Out there, you're free to gut whoever gives you trouble. But in here, you're safe as houses. Mainly. No violence is Mrs. Hamer's rule. That's Jean Hamer, our chief. If you've any business here, take it up with her. Now run along. You can mither her, but I'm done with you.
Okay, so we need to talk to this Hamer. We can finally take stuff out!
Well, well, here's a novelty.
Let's have no
A
strife.
stranger.
Yeah, I'm a stranger. Are you, Are you Gene Hammer?
Look what's washed up here. You'll understand we don't get many visitors, what with the mere and the lack of boats and the island being chock-a-block with peculiar druid fellas. So what brings you here, eh? And don't tell me you're on holiday.
Just exploring. Don't worry, I come in peace. I'm on the hunt for some treasure. You're not going to kill me.
Huh. Had a run-in with some of my lot out on the isle, did you? They're like that. But you won't have trouble in here. None you don't start yourself, at least. Well, I know how all this might look, but you've stumbled on the only spot on this island where the people won't kill you as soon as look at you. My name's Jean Hamer, and I lead this pack of miscreants. I know what reputation folks like us have on the mainland, but I run a tighter ship in my bunker. The violence stays outside, you see? And fair warning, out there, my crew tends to be on the violent side. It's no personal. Can't blame them when half the isle wants to join us with the soil, and the other half have claws for hands. But we're not bad people. Walls go up, zone goes the way it did. We get turfed out to fend for ourselves, and they call us the criminals. Maybe we have a right to make a bit of a fuss, eh?
I mean, she's got a point. And she's like a pirate captain? We never met the head of the bandits on the mainland, so she's obviously the head of the bandits here. It's interesting. How did you end up here on the island? What sort of fuss are you making? I'd rather just get out of this mess completely. I'm gonna
Those
cry.
protocol swine. They took our Wyndham from us. Only fair we take back what we need to live from
It's
them.
true.
This old fort is comfortable enough, at least. Some of them scientists were posted out here, we reckon. But they died off soon after the disaster. We're better off here. Far as possible from those druid people. Horrible lot. Obsessed with the ruins and the monks they say used to live in that abbey. There's something not right about them. Something not natural. And me and mine won't have anything to do with them. But I'm starting to wonder about you, stranger. You talk like the zone is brand spanking. Just where have you been the last 5 years, eh? Oh, but we all saw those convoy helicopters come down over on the mainland. You've come in from outside, haven't you? With
Maybe,
Bard?
I don't know.
Or their soldiers? Another boffin back to poke around in the mess you left, is that it? You better answer very carefully.
Honest, I lost my memory. I don't know why I'm here, and that's the truth. Evasive. I'm just after some answers. I don't work for anyone. Blunt. I only thought someone as resourceful as you might have an escape plan. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, aye. I've got a grand plan. That's why I'm still here. This is the zone, not a tea shop. You can't just walk out when you've had your fill. I suppose I've nothing against you. It can stay that way, long as you don't meddle in our affairs. We can trade if you're looking for out. Might have something of value to you. Otherwise, I'll see you around. Or I won't. We live day to day in the zone, eh?
Ryan, don't you have any way to escape the zone?
I've plans, I won't deny it. But they're worth note while that interchange place stays locked up. A few of my lot used to work there. Ex-boffins, scientists, you know. Escaped by the skin of their teeth before it all went to heck, safe to say. They're not best pleased about their lord and master sealing the facility tight as a drum and leaving folk to die in there. That Oberon thing, whatever they were working on, that's what led to all this. But if we can't get into the interchange, we're buggered before we start. And I don't see how some wet behind the ears stranger like you can help.
Honest, I've been inside the interchange. Let me worry about that. Wouldn't a partnership be good for both of us?
You're forgetting who needs to earn the trust of who. You're very keen to get on our good side, aren't you?
Well, I'm curious.
Right, well, that's easy enough. You'll just have to prove you can do the impossible. I care about my people. Folk cut adrift in the zone. It's because I care that I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. You understand? Show me you're not afraid either. There's some in the zone as would do us all a favour if they stopped breathing. Reckon you can help them with that?
You want me to kill someone? That's a lot to ask. Reg, I'm not about to commit murder just to prove myself to you. Curious, who are these people?
A little bird tells me there's one of them scientists who caused all this is still around and about. Still meddling. Chap called Dr. Holder. Find him and kill him. Your best bet is to get into the medical laboratory in the interchange to do that, which is, of course, impossible. But seeing as you're so keen to prove yourself, I'm sure you'll prove me wrong too. Manage all that, and I'll know you're sound. Maybe I'll even let you in on an escape plan.
She wants
There's
me
your
to kill
deal.
Holder.
Oh, but just so we're clear, one hint that you've crossed us, I'll kill you myself.
Okay. Jean Hammer might help me escape. So she's the one that has an escape plan. We already know Dr. Holder. Dr. Holder is still the person who I trust the most in this game. So, probably not going to do that. But, you know, it's an interesting thing. Okay, so if I want to get in there, I have to kill Dr. Holder then. That's probably the only way for me to gain their trust. Well, that's going to be a problem. I don't want to kill Dr. Holder. Oh! Oh, we've got another telephone call.
Hela used to be Polish mistress in London, you know. Now she's a bandit queen, like something out of a bandit town operator. Funny how life turns out.
Yeah, it is.
One step on the community solid and reliable. Now, well, doesn't one.
Yeah. I mean, something like this can change people, so it makes sense.
Once the interchange is fully powered, you should be able to reach the Windscale plant and
Really?
Oberon. Make sure to spread the poison into Oberon itself. Then we'll be free at last.
It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. I trust this man. I'm not your enemy! Oh! Feels bad. Feels bad. Alright, I did it. I did your dirty work. I killed Dr. Holder. It feels bad, but I did it.
You want to be partners? All you need to do is get into the interchange and kill that criminal. Easy as pie for you, I'm sure.
I did as you asked. Holder is dead.
I didn't really believe it possible. My God. It's like a miracle. The swine dead and you got into that interchange place. Amazing. I know killing is never easy, or it oughtn't to be any road, but you did what needed doing, and I'm grateful for it.
I don't feel good about it. I only hope they deserved what they got. You promised me an escape.
You shouldn't. It needed doing, but you should remember every life you take. I do, for what it's worth. If it hadn't been you, it would have been somebody else, but God only knows when. Well, seems you're not all mouth and no trousers, and can actually get things done. All right, you're in. Now listen here. When we first took this place over, I had every rag of paper gathered up, and I've been working my way through them ever since. Been reading more still since you showed up. I suppose a small part of me thought you might be worth something after all. The papers are all scraps and scribbles, but I'm confident there's a way out in there somewhere. One thing I know for sure, there's a tool we need. A very special tool. If you can get it for me, I'll get my ducks in a row for when you're back. It isn't far to go.
Very well, what do you need me to find? Frustrated. My reward for helping you is another errand? Wait, so you don't actually have an escape plan yet?
I've set something aside for you, don't you worry, course I have. A person with no supplies is as good as dead. And then where would I be, eh? This tool. It's an old relic of sorts. A dagger. A very old dagger at that. It was made by the monks that used to run the abbey on the Isle. There's papers left here that talk about it. Seems that the Bard boffins found it when they were building this testing ground on the Isle. If what I read is to be believed, this dagger is like poison to that blue muck that's rotting the land around here. And it might be even more useful once it's in our hands. Look, I'll explain everything soon, but you should get the dagger now while the winds are with you. Last thing I could find saying what happened to the dagger was that it was supposed to go into the Bard bunker here for testing. The place is close by. I'll mark the spot on your map now. Hearken to me. That bunker's gonna be dangerous. We've not had much luck getting into it, but you seem to have a knack for that sort of thing. Just watch yourself when you get in. It'll be no walk in the park.
So there's a bar bunker, like the interchange. Very well, I'll find the dagger, Blunt. You'd rather risk my life than your people. Curious, anything else I should know? I want to know why this dagger was used.
The fort was used by Bard for testing, you know? Like poison gas and germs and similar. Heaven knows what else. Word to the wise. You'll want to be stocked up with first aid kit and any curatives you can lay your hands on before you go in. Watch your back out there.
Oh, I've got her on my good sides at least. Oh, there's a dead body here already. Good to know. Oh, that's great. That's just perfect. now have some idea what to expect. Wraiths. Always good.
27th of August, 1957. Woke up feeling... well, not exactly feeling ill, just not myself. We went to the local last evening, the Jolly Angler. And the landlord offered us something he called a bit special. Mead, it turned out to be, but a vintage mead.
Okay.
I didn't think there was such a thing. Strong, too. We all seemed to feel rather giddy afterwards, although not in a way I would associate with alcohol. The effect has ameliorated, but we're all still feeling a bit off. I'm worried that we've been intoxicated by something other than ethanol. God knows what might be growing in a bottle of old muck like that. I'm worried about fungal growth like those toxic ones that grew in rye once upon a time. Probably nothing. But we should go to the sick bay and get tested, just to be on the safe side.
So... oh, shit. So it seems like they drank some of the mead, and that's why everybody here is not doing too good. Oh, nice. Shot ammo, rifle ammo. Second log.
2nd of August, 1957. Barber, one of the lab assistants, was poking around on the island and turned up a box buried near the Abbey ruins. The striking thing is that inlaid in the lid is nothing short of a splinter of oberite.
Oh?
A grand fuss ensued when it was identified. I've had no reason to think that Oberon was interfered with in any way, from when it fell to Earth until it was found a few years ago. Yet, here's a bit of the blessed thing in the wrong place and from the wrong time. Wise heads suggest it's likely a fragment from the impact. It's too much to hope that there might be a second Oberon.
Well, it definitely seems like it's a second Oberon, the Angel. Now let's actually go inside. Right, into the chemical testing bunker we go. Right at the beginning, I see a corpse. Doesn't surprise me. Blunt's not working. Makes sense. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna punch in my card. We're gonna go in as a Doran. Doran, my name. Nice to meet you. Oh great, there's multiple. There's not. Multiple. Hi. Hi. Bye. Die. Still more. Oh god, whatever. Okay. Well. Didn't work. Try again. Gotcha, bitch. To think I saved up that rifle ammo for nothing. I hope that's all of them now. Maybe some of these ones have something on them. Really? Just in case. Advanced research keycard, that's useful. That will get us somewhere in here, I'm sure. That looks like a horse. Okay, so what is in here is the question. There's cameras. recording? Alright, now that we've taken care of them, let's see what we've got. The ramifications of last week's speculative biopsies of tissue from all research personnel continue to snowball, having detected traces of Oberon organism in some but not all of the samples. We spent the weekend researching for commonalities. The only one with any resilience is an oddity. That's all the infected sampled, some of the mead for which the islanders is locally famous. I was chaffed at the time for declining to drink any, but that curious intuition may have saved me from infection. Of course, it may still be purely coincidence, but the hypothesis bears further investigation. We must get some of the stuff and analyze it. Okay. So he was the only one not to drink it, and was probably the only one didn't end up like these guys who we just took out. Wanna know?
20th of September 1957. The cool intelligences of Whitehall seem uninterested in the Oberite fragment Barber turned up. When I raised the subject in my weekly report, all it provoked was a gentle pat on the head, a patronising very interesting, and a reminder that I'm supposed to be focusing on Project Speedwell. It seems absurd to be working on chemical agents when there's such impractical weapons. But apparently, the trenches of the Great War weren't enough to convince our betters of the vagaries of gas. Ours is not to reason why, I tell myself. Ours is but to watch vast numbers of rats and rabbits die in agony while we make notes. Still, the spirit of real scientific curiosity still burns in Dr. B. He's as intrigued by Barber's discovery as I am. He's going to try to lash together a detector from spare parts so we can go on a jolly Oberite hunt.
And that's what the note was talking about, them having to find Oberite. Okay. Oh, there we go.
11th of October 1957. Haven't felt right since drinking that wretched mead.
Okay.
Simply not right in myself. Sickbay apparently managed to lose our slides, so nothing about our tests to report. I might make an appointment for another checkup. It could just be hypochondria, I suppose. Perhaps it is the pressure of the work. But I sometimes feel I'm beginning to buckle a little. We're rarely permitted to leave this damp pebble of an island. I'm developing a bit of an E-Day feeks about my brother's death in Normandy. Recently, I can almost imagine I hear his voice just calling from a distance. I'm sure it's him. Just as I'm sure it can't possibly be. Rawlinson ill-advisedly said at dinner the other day that he sometimes feels the island is haunted and was roundly mocked for the observation. Shall keep my experiences to myself.
So the note we found, they purposefully hid that they were infected. That's sick. How are you purposefully hiding that? Take a look around, see if there's anything else before we go get that dagger. See if there's any more audio recordings. I want to know if she recorded herself. Unauthorized research. Bad news, I'm afraid, Dickie. The grown-ups got wind of the Red Dagger research and spirited it away. We had the Riot Act read to us over its wrists, slapped and sent to bed with no supper. Bolly shame, I call it. It was an interesting thingamagummy, and poor old Bobby Thorndike was a figure of tragedy when they took his experimental data and gave him a warning about unauthorized research. Not a word of thanks. Top-notch work, if it all, to all sorts of interesting contradictory effects betwixt the thing and the overall. 'Oberon Court, utter shower of ingrates. 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 Okay. So they but the knife's in there, right? That's what it looks like. The knife's definitely here, right? Please tell me the knife is here. Please tell me the knife is here. Oh god, now I'm having doubts that the knife isn't here. Yeah, that's the knife. Yeah, that's the key card we need to get to. What is that? Corrupted. Oh, we gotta drop something, so we'll draw. Oh, we'll just draw ourselves. Found the corrupted dagger. Found the corrupted dagger inside bar testing lab as Jean asked. She will want me to bring the dagger back to her. Okay. It's clearly open and stuff. And then out we go. I want to keep my new glow stick. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. Jean. Armor. I did it again. Did it again. Did exactly what you asked. Jean.
That special dagger's up in the barred test.
I found the dagger.
That's marvellous. Well done. Those druids better look out, that's all. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got plenty to discuss. You'll want to know my plan.
Damn right.
If you can dignify it by calling it as much. First, I'd like to tell you a tale. Time for us to dig a little into the Isle's troubled past.
Go on.
Some of the papers I've been reading, they're preserved from the monks of the Abbey back in the olden times. The monks were the lifeblood of this place, you see, 300-400 years ago or thereabouts. Left quite the legacy on the Isle. Their old writing isn't easy going, but they seem to go on about keeping something unusual in the Abbey crypt. And this thing the monks buried, I think it's at the root of all the troubles here.
Can a century-old monastery really be that relevant? Honest, it's true. I saw a vision, a memory of the monks. They talked about the crypt. Well, what did they bury there? I thought the disaster was
Let's
responsible.
have no trouble from you, alright?
Well, what
Story goes that these monks found something on the Isle. The same thing that's now buried in the crypt under that abbey. The monks called this thing a fallen angel. Christ only knows what that means. It was a relic at first, but then their writing gets all strange and obsessive. And here's the thing. Those monks weren't supposed to worship a relic, were they? Whatever this angel thing was, clearly it turned them funny. Mayhap it did the same to them as it did to the people on the Isle today. Those druids in the ruins, anyhow. Seems the monks sealed it away in the end, but not before writing a bit about the thing itself. And here's the bit I'm interested in. They say it's made of stone, but not like anything else on Earth. Precious. Like a great diamond. How about that, eh? A ruddy great diamond.
This fallen age, where did it come from? Intrigued. That's quite the buried treasure. This is all of a sudden a little too fantastical. I'm not sure how this relates to its escape.
It's really very simple. Here's what's important. In that crypt might just be the biggest divine diamond in the world, and you've got the very tool to cut such a diamond. That dagger. None of my lot are mad keen to get into a fight with those druids that guard the place. But this might be our chance to grab something worth a few bob before getting out of the zone. What do you say? Escape and enjoy a fat wallet on the outside?
Okay. You want to steal from the druids. Is money really important right now? Stealing this fallen angel will let us escape.
What's in that crypt is part of the evil that's infected this place. Infected the waters too. We can't safely sail until it's cleared. You're the one to do that, I know you are. Get into the crypt and deal a blow for us innocent folk. And I'm not leaving here without something to show for our troubles. Something to live on when we're outside. We'll start getting ready to leave this island and touch wood, the zone and all. There's a spot for you on that boat. Bring out the fallen angel, even a bit of it if that's all you can manage, and we shall be set up for life. The crypt's under the Abbey ruins, obviously. I'll mark it for you if you haven't already been there. It's gonna be heavily guarded, so watch yourself. Oh, and I was forgetting, there's one last thing needs attending to. After you've nabbed a piece of that fallen angel, Oberon's got to go. The scientists in my crowd don't know what Oberon is. It was top secret, but it has to be destroyed. These waters aren't safe because of Oberon. That blue muck will sink us if we try and leave the mere to the sea. But believe you me, once Oberon is dealt with, the zone's gonna get very busy at short notice and not in a good way. Make sure you've tied up your loose ends first. If my ex-boffins are to be believed, you'll need to power up that interchange to get there. Come back smartly once it's done, and we'll head out to sea.
Okay.
Watch your back out there.
Now here's my thing. I still...
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble.
I'm just trying to... Now come through, please. I even got a key to there, then. Yeah.
Go on, get out of here!
That's not giving me the key. That's my annoyed thing.
Watch your back out there.
I still have not been given a key to either of the areas where the head is. Me this whole time doing her dirty work to try and get this head. I have to go the hard way. There's the head. And the key. Ooh. And a blunderbuss? Wunderbar. Shotgun ammo. The voices talk to us again, and they want the head. Oh, we got the voice. What's he saying?
Isn't science fascinating? The telegraphs, telescopes, telephones. Where would we be without it? Well, take the scientists in the lab facilities, for example. They'd still be alive. And where's the fun in that? They were so taken with the physics and chemistry of it all, yet it was the biology that they should have kept an eye on.
Well, he's right. If it wasn't for science, all those people would be alive. Makes sense. Don't know where the orchard is. That's the problem. I haven't even found a landmark for the orchard. Unless I'm stupid? The brewery orchard. But there was nothing there before. So now I'm just annoyed. Because I found the orchard. Found it. found what I'm looking for. Unless it's in one of the trees. I don't think I saw you. Okay. Now this explains a lot. I missed this, and it explains everything. God damn it. What do I need to make it? Make it. Alright. And now we found some. Oh my god, I could have had them already. Tattered monk note. The page is hundreds of years old, barely preserved by the case it was buried in. We may soon be buried, but our final bottles will be left for future generations to taste and find enlightenment. An angel came to this land, and from its essence was born our mead. To drink of the essence is to banish death, to become ancient, to be joined as one, to know us as we once were and forever will be. Okay. Well, now we got the brewery cellar key. I'm actually so annoyed. How I didn't see that guy before. Ridiculous, man. Well, let's go get it. Old bottles. And here it is. Tuned. Ignitions of metal.
And so the devising occurred to me all of an instant, and I therefore regard its origin as divine.
I understand the need for sure and certain action, and that for secrecy, but secrecy among ourselves, Father Abbot?
These 4 keys guard our greatest secret, and what we do not know cannot be communicated to our enemies, even under the question, Ignatius.
But the outline of the plan we agreed upon still stands. The crypt shall be sealed for 100 years until these frightful enemies are dust.
Of course. In taking these keys, I shall see to it that the angel is not disturbed.
Okay.
You do not trust my plan?
The keys must be hidden, and your presence is always noticed, my friend. I have chosen 3 I can trust with them.
But, Father Abbot, such choices! In this letter, I spoke plain my concern, yet you would still trust these brothers over your prior.
I have chosen those who have remained pious, Ignatius. My decision is final.
Interesting. Let's read the note. That you mean to entrust. Wait, no. That you mean to entrust 3 keys to these brothers, Father Abbot, it troubles me greatly. Brother Osborne looks to the clouds and the stars rather than attend Mass. He stands all day and all night atop the tower. His head is in the heavens. And Brother Lethfred, he spends all his hours at his quarry. I swear his heart is made of lime. As for Brother Aldred, the scribe, his diligence amongst the manuscripts is well known, but I fear his meekness leaves him unequipped for such a task. I beg you, Father Abbot, return the keys to me. These brothers do not comprehend the angel's voice as I do. Prior Igaris. Okay, there's still more.
But Father, I see no reason to alter what I had already set in place. The sacristan is a good, trustworthy man. To have the keys taken from him.
That was no reflection on him. I only believe that the new devisement is the more privily done. You do trust my judgment, do you not, Brother Prior?
Yes, yes, of course. Only the angel...
The angel shall be kept secretly, I assure you. Safe in the crypt, and far from the eye of man.
And what of the fourth key?
The fourth key I shall keep for myself.
As you wish, Father Abbot.
Okay. Key at Abbot's secret burial site. In memory of the Abbot and Prior's meeting, the Abbot said he would keep the fourth key for himself. I've discovered the Abbot's secret burial site in the Harvesting Cave, where the fourth key is likely to be hidden. The Prior wrote that the Abbot's... From the memory of the Priors, I learned that the Abbot trusted one of the keys to Brother Aldred. Feet spends his time at the quarry. Hidden amongst the manuscripts is well known. Spends his hours at his quarry. I swear his heart is made of lime. From the memories of Osborne's looks to the stars. So this is obviously the observatory. This... I have no idea where this is. This might be where the sheep are? I guess? Could be. Amongst the manuscripts. And this is in the Harvesting Cave. Right, Bill. I'm here. I've got it. I hope this doesn't... I hope this gives him some peace.
That ingredient is...
Have the ingredient you wanted.
Bloody hell, you found it?
Yeah, I did.
Just when I was starting to give up hope, too. Thank you, friend. Here, something to show me gratitude.
It works. I can really feel the pulse. Wary, be careful. I drank some and had strange reaction. That room in the brewery looked like it hadn't been used in years.
Aye, probably abandoned since Monk's days centuries ago. See? Told you there were secrets buried here. Right, give us that flask. Been waiting too long for another taste.
I'm not sure this is the best way to deal with your wife's death. There's something wrong here. I'm not giving you the ingredient.
Please, I need this. I'm nothing without her. I'm nothing. I don't care if the damn stuff is dangerous. I've got to try some of it. I just want to be with her. Consequences be damned.
All right.
Finally! Oh, Edith, I finally have it.
Don't I have any number 7?
I'll be with you soon, my love. Edith? Your voice. It isn't... Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God.
No, Bill, I'm sorry. Bill? You okay?
I have been called forth.
Bill?
I thought it might be like waking, but I feel that no more time has passed than is necessary to blink. I blink, and the world has changed. I have changed. The flesh weighs upon me differently now.
Bill, are you alright? You don't sound like Bill. just happened? Don't sound like
Bill?
it.
Ah, I understand you. He has gone now. I taste the old memories of this body. A boatman. He has gone now. He is one with the mass. I feel the passage of the years, and it is of no more significance than the pages of a book, their edges stroked beneath the thumb. I count perhaps 350 pages. The leaves, the rush of the ages. I was once the prior of the abbey here. My name was Ignatius, I think. 350 years, all in a blink. The Mass calls me up to be its voice, to enact its will.
So, is Bill dead? Is you're 350 years old? How is that possible? Bill, is he dead? You've stolen Bill's body. That's monstrous.
Quite the contrary. He is made eternal, his soul at one with the rest of my brothers. You are concerned with the flesh, and understandably so, but it is as ephemeral as a mayfly. It is the spirit that endures. The angel that fell has slept these long ages, but now it stirs. We again hear the voice of God and hearken to it. The soil whispers anew across the water, and the isle listens. The dream of life fades as true life returns to this land.
So Bill's part of the angel? I don't understand. How are you still alive? Evicting a man from his own body is evil. Let him be. Let him be. I want no part of this.
I am not returned here by my own choice, or my own hand, but at the will of God. I cannot, and will not, second-guess the will of the divine. Our order uncovered these truths 350 years ago. My brothers and I never truly died here. We lived on in the land. God allowed us to share our knowledge with one another, unfettered by time and failings of flesh. Since that time, the angel has slept, and my brethren with it. We did not intend more than a century of slumber, but it is no matter. Now we are all connected through this sacred plot, this blessed place.
Is that what you mean by the Mass? Why have you been reborn now? You sound like the druids here who worship the land.
We are possessed with a purpose given by God himself. They hear whispers of him in the land, but lack understanding of his words. Do not make the mistake of comparing us. Enough talk. I have purpose, and I must set to work with dispatch. Now, the abbot, our leader. What did he intend? Wait, an aberration. Where is the abbot's mind? What did he will? Did he not join with the mass?
Who is this abbot? I saw a memory of abbot and a prior from another time. Was that you? I don't want anything to do with this.
You have? Then you must also feel a bond with the mass. Perhaps that is a bond from which profit may be sought. 350 years ago, we were all to go to the angel to join with the mass. The abbot, his mind should be intertwined with ours, but I cannot feel it. Wait, but I recall. His body joined us, but his mind did not. He kept it from us. To separate himself was sinful, but he must atone. We must reclaim the abbot's remains. Without him, we are as a ship without a navigator. And you, perhaps there is a reason God has placed you before me. You must be the one to find our lost abbot and return him to the mass. You have been selected by God as a vessel of change. This is a great honor.
I've already found the abbot's head. If you're so well knowing, why do you need my help? If the abbot is dead, what good will come from finding him? This is madness indeed.
Perhaps you have not internalized my teachings after all. The spirit does not die here. If his body can be recovered, he can be joined with the mass as the rest of my brothers have. This is not without recompense. There is much I can offer you. Are you not here in a search for understanding? I can aid you in that. Escape I can also offer you, but know this, that there can be no escape without understanding. I must find the abbot. There is a cave near here where the relics most sacred to our order were kept. If there is any way to find the abbot's remains, that cave may lend a trace to the trail. The druids that swarm this isle now have no understanding of the importance of our mission. Prepare yourself for their hostility.
So essentially, I can join with the angel, become one with their mass, which is the congregation, which I'm assuming has combined itself with the Oberon fragment or the angel, whatever's locked behind that door. And this dude's taken over Bill's body, who has now become part of that mass. That's very interesting. Let's see what he's got to say. I have the head.
A marvel! Thank you! Now we may complete the mass. Now attend. The Abbey Crypt contains a most sacred object, a gift from the heavens. Some of the brothers took to calling it the Fallen Angel, and it is not an unworthy title. You must take the head there and let it join with the angel.
What is this all for? What exactly do you mean, join with the angel? You told me you'd help me understand this place.
When the angel is awakened and made whole, our influence shall return to the land. We must spread our teachings, the understanding that the angel gives us, far and wide. My words are a poor echo of God's word, but the angel speaks with the voice of God. When the abbot finally becomes one with the mass, you must be the one to commune with it. This is a great opportunity to shape the future of our order, and I trust you will treat it with reverence. You have a sharp mind, perhaps sharp enough to lead us as the abbot has.
Okay, where did this angel of yours come from? How do you know this is God's speaking to you and not something else? The Abbey grounds are filled with druids. Will they attack me? Will still attack me?
Because it is the Alpha and the Omega. It is the incarnation of all. It can only be God. Enough talk. Make your way to the Abbey Crypt. It is a sacred duty entrusted to you. Please, return the abbot to us. Join the abbot to the angel in the crypt. It is his rightful resting place.
You locked yourselves in the crypt.
Yes, for that was our purpose. The stratagem we devised was to seal away the angel and our brethren with it, held in perfect grace. Only the sacrist was to remain without, to live in secret, and to pass down the keys to only his most trusted. We would outwait the king and his descendants until we were forgotten. 100 years was judged sufficient. Then the crypt would be reopened and the angel would awaken, and we would reclaim the abbey, if it still stood, and the island.
Okay.
And thence the lands around, until we were as one with all the land, and all the land became one with us.
But they were stuck for an
But
extra
the
250
father
years.
abbot had closed his ears and his heart to the angel's voice, and so betrayed us. He commanded that the sacrist submit the keys unto him, And then our father Abbot John, he hid them away. I believe it was his intention that they never be rediscovered. I believe he meant the crypt to remain shut until doomsday. He even hid his mind from us, a most sinful act of separation. He betrayed us, yet we forgive him. Without him, our congregation is incomplete.
I want to know what the abbot's story is. I don't think this angel should be awakened.
You have not yet joined with the Mass, so I will forgive your misunderstanding. You wish to escape this isle, don't you? There is no true escape without the angel. God's return to this land is inevitable. If you do not help, we will find another way. This is your opportunity to join us, to earn your escape as one of God's chosen.
Okay. Is any of this related to
Oberon? Yes, I know that name. Within the Mass, there are some that whisper it. The natural philosophers of this age, the scientists, some have joined us. We feel the draw of it. Its voice floating across the water, surrounded by artifice and heresy in the place they call the Interchange. You will lead us there. That much is plain. We shall all return to Oberon in the end.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Join the abbot?
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was a lot of knowledge there, and it has given us a lot to think about because, well, to put it simple, the entire thing revolves around this abbey and the angel's part of Oberon. It is actually part of Oberon. It's not a separate entity at all. So, yeah, it's certainly interesting, I'm not gonna lie. And here's where the head was before, so we should be able to find the key here. There we go. Oh, and there's a ghost. Over here. Alright, let's see why the have to know. Mortality and knowledge. The Stoic would have them as separate as the earth and the sky. I have no such curtain of the hypothetical to guard me. I cannot be happy in doing what must be done in committing a sin to thwart a greater sin. My letter will be at the court by now. The king shall have no option but to call for an investigation. They will come. I have signed all our death warrants, and I did so with a false name. May God forgive me for my dissimulation, and for what is coming here. But may it cleanse us of this strange evil I cannot understand. A fallen angel is a devil. It's true. A fallen angel is a devil. So that means Oberon is certainly a devil.
Do you think the Father Abbot was quite well?
His orders were strange, but these are strange days.
The King's commissioners are already upon the mere. When they find themselves thwarted, they shall not be merciful.
I am afraid. Might we find sanctuary in the crypt with the others?
Father Abbot's words were clear. If we enter, we shall never emerge. And Prior Ignatius intends some ritual in there. I doubt its purity. Must we be privy to that?
Ignatius also intends that all shall die there by their own hands. A terrible sin. Better that than torturing the hands of the Christians. I have brewed a distillate of nightshade, sufficient for 3 draughts. We shall have nothing to do with Ignatius and whatever he intends, or the others, or their angel.
Then I will go with you. Are you prepared, Brother Osborne? We must be united in our purpose until the end.
In truth, I am not, but I know my duty. I shall drink my measure of the fatal draught. We shall be joined in purpose, in death as in life, and God forgive us the act.
Then let us hie unto the crypt immediately. In vigorous action we shall find certainty.
May our deaths be the end of this. May our truths die with us.
Okay. Well, I'm clearly supposed to go to different areas in a specific order. Well, I'm now curious to see what the whole story is going to look like. Because clearly, they put the head here to rest. Even though it's, well, clearly in some contraption. And then they went to the crypt to become one, which is why we can see their memories. Which makes sense. Let's find this key. And any memories that may be here. There's the memory.
I am here, Father Abbot. What would you want of me?
Brother Osborne, the new king will do as much harm to us as Henry of hateful memory.
But he is of the Church of Rome.
He is, but he believes the remnant of this place is not. Or at least so he chooses to believe. There are those who say the angel that fell here is an evil thing. He listens to their counsel.
Father Abbot, what we discussed, I did not mean...
Be calm, Osborne. I find no sin in your doubts and questions, for they are mine also. But we have little time. Take this key and bury it as directed in this letter. Guard both with your life. We are surrounded by enemies.
It will be as you have directed, Abbot John.
Okay, so this is where we'll find out where it is. Brother Osborne, take the key I have entrusted to you and bury it on the mainland. There is an ancient stone circle in the woodland of Casterfell. That is the spot, Abbot John. So we've got to go to the mainland to get the key, the first key. Okay. Come over, Jago. Nothing to see here. Definitely not doing anything regarding an angel. There it is. What did he have to say? I have done my duty to my God and my abbot. The deed is done. My oath fulfilled. I am sure this matter pertains to that which the more ignorant of my brothers call the fallen angel. Fallen, it may be, but I consider it no angel. It is a natural thing. I feel sure as natural as the rain and the sun, but that its nature is novel to us lends it its own mystery. I would desire to consider that my mystery, but I sense our time is short. As God wills it, so shall it be. Well, Mother Jago is considered an enemy. Oh! Whoa, Mother Jago, what the fuck was that? Her eyes went like yellow for a second. The fuck I do to you? Gotcha, bitch. Alright, I think that's all. Take that, eat your bread, take that. And let's see what this memory has to say.
Brother Lanford, you came here secretly. None saw you.
As you willed it, Abbot John. What would you have me do?
I need your assurance on one matter, brother. Has even a drop of the island's mead passed your lips?
I swore never to touch any liquor again when I joined the Order.
And you have kept that vow?
Faithfully, as God is my witness. Is that important?
Since the star fell, we are being tested, I am sure. Those who have not taken a vow of temperance speak of a voice tempting them.
Drink is often the devil's argument.
Perhaps, but that is a matter for another time. Take this key, brother. Here is a letter that directs you where to bury it. It is a matter of utmost secrecy. Go most privily.
Yes, Father Albert.
Okay. Time to be up in mainland. Take the key I have entrusted to you and bury it on. Oh, fuck. It's on the mainland. There is a set of standing stones in the field of Sketchman. That is the place it should be hidden. But John. So if they're all on the mainland, I'm just gonna go get the last hint now. Not going back. Not going back and forth. Too much time. And there it is. The place we heard the voices the second time.
Father Abbot, is that you?
It is. No one saw you.
No one. You wish to speak of the manuscripts?
I did not, but you perplex me, Brother Aldred. What of the manuscripts?
The novices have taken to... Their transcriptions are not true to the originals. They embroider them and think it a trivium on my part when I call them to task. I do not care for their improvements. I see little of God in them, but this is not why you wish to speak to me.
It is not, but we shall speak of it again. No, it is time for the task of which I warned you.
I am ready.
Excellent and diligent, brother. Here, take this case and go with it unseen. Here is a letter that tells you where the case must be buried. None must know your mission.
Okay. So the monks were actually changing everything. Take the key I have entrusted to you and bury it on the mainland. I bloody knew it. There is a rocky stream which is known to only a few. You will find it on the western edge of the hamlet of Windham. Okay. Oh. Telephone's going off. What's he got to say this time?
Do you feel it now? The past. The past is strong here. The past is ever present. The minds and memories of the monks are now yours. All is in your mind, now theirs. Hard to say, isn't it?
It's true. Now that we're seeing them, it's hard to know what memories are ours and what's theirs. Alfred's crypt key, and let's see what he had to say. Such games our betters play. For many years I have sought to find God's face among my manuscripts and papers. Perhaps I sought too hard. Still, now my diligence finds its reward in an approaching cloud. Father Ignatius thinks himself Willie, but to Abbot John he is a child. Such games our betters play. We shall not see the conclusion of this match. I feel, Aldred. Alright, let's find it. Alright, let's see what this one's got to hide. Wanted? My soul is underneath. Is unburdened. My duty lies here, discharged. I feel so shall my life... Wait. My duty lies here, discharged. I feel so shall my life soon enough. I am not afraid. I came to the island as a mason, stayed as a brother, and I have no regrets. I have done my best, and my soul is unburdened. I only wonder how the walls I helped build will stand after I am gone, and there are none left to tend them. Well, I hope and trust. Lantred. I found all the crypt keys that the abbot and his trusted monks had hidden. Alright then. Oh, we've got all the keys. Now there's really only one thing left to do. Well, now that we've cleared out the place, let's well, let's see what the end is. That's the angel. First hole. Second hole. Third hole. And the final hole.
Father Blair, the king's men are here. Their boats are upon the mere beneath the royal standard.
That we should survive the predations of a heretic king, only to fall to the agents of a true believer. But, Brother Osborne, here are you, Lanfred and Aldred, but where is Abbot John?
I cannot say, Father Ignatius. We have not seen him for some hours past.
One cannot easily lose a man on such a small isle, unless that man desires to be unfound. So, he distrusted us to the end. So be it. Quickly, pass into the crypt. When the commissioners arrive, they must find nothing but empty cells and cloisters. We shall weave them a mystery for the ages, for 100 years at least.
Okay. Let's find out. Well, there's one of them. Looks like their bones are all kind of just. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with you. And this is where they ended up buried, I guess. There's a lot of tombs.
Adoring new flesh, fresh hope. Closer, come closer. Bring unto us your body's warmth, your mind's light.
Hearing it a second time doesn't bring me any pleasure. Let's so we can steal a piece. We've read this monk's note already. King James came to believe our angel an evil thing. Prior Ignatius believes our abbot to have thought the same. I am old now, but I feel the angel's strength in my pen. Prior Ignatius has led us to the crypt, to become one of the angels, to join in its mass. I do not fear death, for death and life matter not. Ignatius has told us of his plan. A century will pass, and then the crypt will be opened once more, and we will spread the angel's message wide. Our God is in this our land. Ours will be the voice that speaks through the soil. Doesn't really say anything else other than that, does it? So we can steal a piece, and we can put the head on the corpse. Well, we redid this to see, so let's see.
At last, the warp and the weft of the tapestry lies complete. All is in place. the pattern emerges. I was a prodigal and believed the angel a devil, but the truth has saved me.
You're the abbot? Is that really you I'm talking to? Are you their god? What's going on? Was it this place?
The function of gods is to be worshipped in return for favors. It is a juvenile desire. We shall move beyond it. To the monks, we are an angel, an emissary of heaven. To their minds, we are a god in this land. We are more. We are the land. We shall be all the land. Call us what you will. Our voice is only their voice. But our being is inevitable and requires no name. The Abbot John knew his purpose, but he was weak and afraid. He hid himself from us. Individuality is a sin, but by your hand he has confessed that sin, and he is forgiven.
What do you intend here? You killed all these monks. I know their stories. Where did you actually come from?
We fell from the sky, that is true. We were fractured from the whole. The monks found us and brought us here. But we were not delivered by the grace of any god. We were only returning to where we always belonged. You have shown yourself to be useful to us. We are roused from the slumber of centuries by your hand. Now we must rejoin the totality, to the thing your sages named Oberon. And you must join with us too. You will complete us. Then we may take back what is ours.
Take back? What are you talking about? You're asking me to end the world? You were part of Oberon?
We are older than human civilization. Older even than humanity. We are as old as the land. Once we were the very land itself. We will make this our home again. You must realize that I speak of nothing but what is inevitable. Everything returns to the land, and the land is us. The escape you seek, it is with your purpose. Take your place in the Palace of Minds. Separateness is a sin. Become as one with us. Receive Mass, and we will grow together. Everyone on this isle will be joined. Even the heretics who seek escape will be welcomed. The abbot, the boatman, they have all found their salvation. Let us rejoin to Oberon and rejoice as the land is reborn.
The world deserves to star in your old hell. You are separate from everything. You are sinful. Listen to me, Father Abbot. Individuality is not a sin. Never I'll see this place destroyed first.
Your talk is mere prattle. Those that join the Mass are as one. Father Abbot is all of us, and thus we are enlightened.
You would let your brothers be lost in a babel of jumbled minds. If you do this, I will burn this isle to ashes to stop you. I beg of you, think of what you are doing.
The brothers, I am the shepherd of their souls, responsible for each and every one. Have I the right to do this? This is not a salvation that I recognize.
You must push back against Oberon. You must fight it. You cannot take away the power of choice from people. It's inhuman and wicked. You must get a grip, Father Abbot. Save your brethren while you still can.
Words. They are all you have. And they are nothing in the face of what is inevitable. A single soul might be swayed thus, but not the great wisdom of many minds together. One question remains. Will you join us? Will you find your place in what is to come?
Thought we were getting through to him. Do I join? I mean, to be honest, my original path would have been never. I want to see where this goes.
Oh, glorious day. Now take the head to Oberon. Join us with the whole, so that the land may become all as one once more, as it should always have been. Our followers may still be hostile to you, for you are not yet joined with us. But know that by your hand, you have given us strength renewed, and soon you will find salvation in our embrace.
What the hell is going on? So I can't even take a part of it anymore. So, let's leave. And go place the head on Oberon. Let's see what the angel will do. I'm curious.
You have performed a miracle! The abbot is joined with the mass. I feel his mind alongside mine. The work is not yet done, however. Follow the voice's bidding, and we shall return God to this land.
Well, we're gonna see what God in this land will look like. Oh, the telephone's come. What does he have to say?
So frustrating to be locked out of the crypt, and perhaps you can't seek liquid solace at the brewery. It might help you get a better perspective on things. Not that I'm suggesting that you turn to drink to solve your problems, of course. Unless I am.
The voice told us to go to the brewery. Nothing. There's nothing. Alright, so let's find out how we put the head of Oberon. The head on Oberon.
It's calling. Hear its voice. Take the head of the abbot. Add him to the sum of all. Unity is destiny. Our unity is your destiny.
Yeah, it is.
Canister inserted. Please open all fluid release valves in the main Oberon chamber.
do it.
Fire safety system activated. Firing foam cannons. Warning. Abnormal readings detected. Oberon stability compromised. Fire safety system error. Error. Alert. Please evacuate the interchange. Structural integrity compromised.
The angel is rejoined with its chariot. Dissent and vexations shall all pass away now. Return to the Abbey Crypt. Take your place, enthroned as the herald of the end of all history.
Now what happens to us once we come back? That is the question.
Here it lies, the Alpha and the Omega. The perfect feature of flawed past. Here lies your destiny. The destiny of all.
And this is my throne. As the one who ended the world.
The ineffable glory that is pure unity. Sit here and place the diadem upon your brow. Hallowed be our name. Our will be done. In the earth, and this shall be our heaven. What needs be done?
There are the spirits of the brothers, of the abbot.
You willingly merged into the mass and joined the angel. Not everyone actually gets to become a god. Part of a god, anyway. And a lot depends on one's definition of god, of course. Still, such caveats aside, well done, I'm sure. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. You encourage the growth of Oberon and the fallen angel, allowing it to spread uncontrollably. What a wonderful blue world it will be soon. Blue sea, blue land, blue everything. Your blue heaven, or hell. We shall find out presently, I'm sure.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep.
So, that's how it ends.
Summers don't sleep.
That is how the Isles ends.
So sit
the
thee
Wicked
down
Isle.
and hear me
Honestly,
tell
I wish
of the woods that stand on
I wish I saved the abbot on the first try. I thought my decisions would get through to him, and they didn't. It's unfortunate, but I wish that was what we did. And because we didn't, I chose to join Oberon, or I chose to join the Angel, and in which I became the bringer of death, a guard. Part of a guard, as the voice said. And although we didn't stop Oberon, this is, well, the Angel's will. And that's how it ends. I become a god of destruction, part of the Angel and Oberon, reuniting the mind with the ship. Oberon is now complete, and we end up as a god of destruction to boot, combined with Oberon. Now, honestly, this game was absolutely insane. I really did enjoy it. It really had creepy atmosphere and fun gameplay and fun mysteries to find. And I know there were bits where I was like, oh, where's this? Am I stupid? What am I missing here? And I end up finding it, but nonetheless, that's part of the fun, right? Like realizing, oh, I missed this specific clue. I missed this mystery that really kind of gets the whole thing going together, and because of that I had a fun experience. Even at the end there where I felt like all my choices didn't go the way I wanted them to go because, well, hey, I made a choice, it didn't go the way I wanted. I didn't free Father Abbot from the control of the Angel and then decided to join because of that choice, where it's like, oh, I can't save him. I can't save the Abbot. So, if there's no other choice here, and I can't save them, well, let's join them. Let's become one with the Oberon and see how that goes. And obviously, we did it. We combined with him, became a god of destruction, reunited the mind with the body, and hey, it was actually an interesting end, seeing us put on the crown, have our throne, see the spirits actually appear in front of us of the monks. So yeah, guys, that was the ending of this Oberon AtomFall playthrough, the Wicked Isles. Had a great time. I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the video overall. But for you guys who aren't actually satisfied with this ending, well, I played the alternate ending on my actual streams, and if you want to see how that could turn out, why not go check out the VODs. There's about 9 hours of content, but if you watch just the last one, that's where it is. It's about the 2-hour mark, I believe, where we actually go and play the alternate ending, where we do actually end up saving the Abbot. So it is actually really, really cool to see that this game has so many alternate endings and so many alternate paths. Or if you just want to play it yourself, go do it. Play it on Game Pass. It's free if I heard correctly. Play it on Steam. Go buy it. It's generally a great game with lots of fun in it. And if you want to see bits that weren't actually included in this, hey, as I said, check out the streams. Like, I left a lot out. It's 9 hours of content where there's some story bits and some characters that I didn't keep in because I felt they weren't really necessary to the actual video, and I wanted to make it shorter so you guys could actually have a better viewing experience. But hey, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching. This was a great game. I heard that there's actually one more DLC for AtomFall coming out, so I'll definitely be playing that on stream when it comes out. But guys, that's all I have to say. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist, signing out.